Alright, so I came on here really just to talk about one particular topic, and that's just, as human beings, I really feel like we have to pick a side. And what I mean by that is, I wake up every day, and the more I see what's going on in the world, particularly in the country that I live in, America, and the more division I see between amongst Americans, I'm starting to really understand, like, we have to pick a side. I'm not talking about Democrat or Republican. I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about, like, basketball or football. I'm not talking about, none of that. I'm talking about what type of person you want to be. It's either you're going to be a good person or you're going to be a bad person. Now, I'm not going to sit here and go over what it means to be a good person, because I'm still figuring that out. I'm only 22 years old. But, like, I've been asking myself questions that, like, really fuck with, I don't want to say fuck with my mental, but really makes me think as a person. You know what I mean? Like, for example, a homeless person, you see a homeless person out on the street, right? You like, damn, I wanna be a good Samaritan. And you go buy them some food, right? Just so you know, they have something to eat for tonight, But the food you go and buy them is McDonald's. Did you really just do a good thing? That food is known for causing serious health issues. Some people don't even believe that McDonald's food is actually real food. They think that all the food that McDonald's has, that they serve people, is genetically modified. It comes from a lab. You know what I mean? Like the meat that they serve people, that shit comes from a lab. So, in a way, you think, oh yeah, I just did something good because I just bought this homeless person some food from McDonald's so they don't starve. But in reality, you just bought them poison. Because at the end of the day, if it's not real, if it's not natural for the body, it's poison, right? So that's what I'm starting to ask myself questions like that. Is it really a good thing to do that? You may think, oh yeah, what I just did was good. But did you really just do something good? You know what I mean? Now, going to go buy them, like, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh drinking water, I feel like that's better, because that's gonna support their body in a positive way. See, that's what we have to start thinking. We have to start thinking, when you're doing something, what is the most positive way that you can actually do it? With the Michael movie coming out, right? I went to go see it. It made me realize just how pure-hearted Michael Jackson really was. After the Michael movie came out, I started to just watch clips of Michael doing shit. Like, besides music, because everybody knows Michael Jackson, everybody knows his songs, everybody loves Michael Jackson, right? I started to want to know, like, this type of energy that this man had was so pure, was so like strong. I asked myself, why was Michael Jackson like this? Why did he want to help people that he did not have to? You know what I mean? Despite being, the number one of the number one artists, basically the number one artist in the world, right? Even after death, it's like his legacy continues. When Michael Jackson started the Heal the World Foundation to support, children in need, it kind of like did something. When he performed at the Super Bowl, he basically did a prayer at the Super Bowl, right? I feel like that really did something. That type of energy did something. Like, one of the I can't remember the actor name, but one of the actors that Michael was cool with, he said, Michael, like, you would come around Michael, and it's like anybody who disrespected Michael, you would want to beat them the fuck up. Like, that's the type of energy that Michael had. Like, it was such a loving, pure energy when you came around him. Just when you came around him, bro. And I'm like, who do you know is like that today? What artist, what person do you know is like that today? To where they are literally doing everything in their power, like, I don't want to say that, oh, we should all be like Michael Jackson, but in a sense, we should all be like Michael Jackson. Not when it comes to how talented he was, but just the way that he cared about people. Just the way that he would literally want to brighten everybody's day. He wasn't a fighter, he was a lover, honestly. Obviously. All he wanted to do was put a smile on everybody's face. Every single person that he came across, he wanted to put a smile on their face. Joy, laughter. And I'm just like, his creativity, he used his talent for the greater good of humanity. He used his talent to make people happy. And making people happy is something that Michael loved to do. I truly believe that when Michael would do things, he never thought about how much he was getting paid. I don't even want to say like I don't want to say he never negotiated a price, but it was just like, in the Michael movie, he wanted his music to reach a broader audience. Not because he wanted more money, but because he said his music is for everyone. It does not matter the color, it does not matter the race, it does not matter the ethnicity, the gender. My music is for everybody. I want my music to reach everybody. Not just black folk, white folk as well, not just boys, women as well, not just adults, children as well. It's like, yo, it comes a point in our lives when we reach a certain age where we know what we want to do with our life. We know what we want to do. We wake up every single day and either we're doing things to get farther in life or we're doing things that's going to hold us back. Right now, you watching this video, right now you're either doing something in your life that's getting you closer towards your goal, or it's preventing you from reaching your goal. Whichever one it is, just know that one is better than the other. Isn't that obvious? If you're doing something that's stopping you from reaching your goal, right? If you're doing something that's stopping you from reaching your goal, you have to self-reflect, understand, this is a waste of time. I know what I want to do. Let me get on my shit, get on track, stand on business, and do what the fuck I need to do to get the life that I want. Every single day, right? I wake up and I see what's going on in the world. And I don't just see it on social media. I actually do I try not to watch the news because they don't show you everything. The news kind of blocks shit out that we really need to see. They don't show you the truth. It's always a side. The news is always one-sided. It's either left-wing or right-wing on the news, which depending on what news you watch. So I always try to do my own research when it comes to a topic, when it comes to a subject. And it's like, I know what side I want to be on in life. I don't want to be on a side where it's like I'm selfish, right? And it's like, I'm at a point where I want to help people, but I want to help myself first. Maybe I should stop thinking that way. Maybe I should just start helping people now. Regardless of if I have it or not, maybe I should just start going out and doing shit. Because I know the type of energy that I want to bring into the world. I know the type of energy that I want to bring into people's hearts. I know the type of frequency I want to move on. It's gonna take a while because indoctrination is real. It is real. Indoctrination is real. And indoctrination mentally will fuck you up. It mentally messes with, like, trying to break out of this cycle, this habit that we've known our entire fucking lives. Our entire lives, we've known this our entire lives. And we literally grew up off of indoctrination. Going to school, eating 3 meals a day, all this shit. It's like, yo, I just think that you can't have your cake and eat it too. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. What do I mean by that? For the people who don't understand that saying, right? For the people who are new to that saying, right? If you eat your cake, you don't have it anymore. You cannot have it and eat it. Once you eat the cake, you don't have it anymore. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. How can I apply this? How can I give y'all a real life example? You cannot be Muslim, but then promote violence, sex, drugs. You cannot. You're either Muslim and you're faithful to the religion, or you're just cosplaying. Literally, there are females where I'm from who are Muslim, but I swear to God, I don't swear to God. I'm sorry. I apologize. I do not swear to God. But it kind of infuriates me because it's like, if I was religious, I would want to be Muslim. I would want to be Muslim. So when I see people disrespecting the religion that I'm highly like I'm so anticipating. When I see people just disrespecting a religion that I know I would want to join, it kind of like, yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like the women where I'm from, the way that you would never be able to tell that they're Muslim on certain days and by the shit that they do, yo, it is insane. It is really insane. And I don't even mean to call anybody out. That's why I'm not saying no names. That's why I'm just saying in general. It's like, one day, these females on a hot summer day, bro, they're literally, you can see their ass cheeks. They're wearing booty shorts and you can see their ass cheeks. Titties bouncing out of their shirt. You would never think that this woman is Muslim. one random day, you'll see her wearing a shahada. And you're like, oh shit, you're Muslim? You're like, yeah. I couldn't fucking tell yesterday. So what is it? Is this a pick and choose? Oh yeah, I want to be Muslim today. I want to be Muslim today. How do you, like, that's a religion. You're picking and choosing when you want to respect. When you want to respect you're picking and choosing when you want to respect your own religion. This is the shit that I'm talking about. We have to pick a side. You have to pick a side. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You can't. Oh, well, why not? You are not going to be respected. That's why. The energy is weird. You're throwing you're not balancing yourself. One day you want to be a hoodlum, a hood rat, and dress like you're about to go dance on a fucking pole. Then the next week you're a fucking Muslim? What? Bro, please. And it's the same thing with the niggas, bro. Bro, I'm sorry. You cannot be a fucking gang member one day, toting fucking guns, smoking, like, yo, like how, bro? Please explain to me how. I thought Muslims were supposed to promote peace. I thought that's what Muslims were supposed to do. I thought Muslims were supposed to fight for the things that they love. Like, stand up for the things that they believe in. This degenerate ass behavior does nothing but tear communities. Literally rip communities apart. That's exactly why they promote this shit. To keep us apart. But you're promoting it and then calling yourself Muslim? Explain that to me, bro. Please. Somebody gotta really explain that type of like your thinking process. You have to explain your thinking process, because how is that, bro? What? It's so fucking confusing and it infuriates me, bro. Because it doesn't make sense. I'm tired of living in a world where shit just does not make sense, bro. We are too fucking intelligent. We are all human beings. Homo sapiens. We are all human beings. Homo sapiens sapiens. Right? We all have the intellect where we choose, we decide what we want to do with our lives, bro. We wake up every day and we can pick whether we want to eat breakfast or skip breakfast, what we want to eat what we want to do, how we want to go about, like, bro. We have full control over our emotions. Full control over our emotions. So it's like, what goes through a motherfucking mind when he wants to be Muslim or she wants to be Muslim, but don't want to live like a Muslim? Like, I don't understand that shit, bro. I don't. Heal the world. Make it a better place. For you and for me and the entire human race. Heal the world. Make it a better place. Heaven and hell. Heaven and hell. Let me touch on this. Heaven and hell are not physical places. Heaven and hell is your thought process, the way that you think. This is exactly why they say that two people can go through the same exact shit and experience it differently. It's all about your mental. Everything is mental. Everything is mental. Everything. You go into, I don't know, let me see. You're about to, let's say you're an athlete and you're about to perform at an event, right? If you mentally prepare yourself for this event, right? Prepare yourself. Let yourself know. Just say to yourself, I want to win, but I'm not afraid to lose. Bro, that's a heaven mindset. I want to win, but I am not afraid to lose, right? That's a heaven mindset. A hell mindset would be you constantly doubting yourself. Constantly doubting. Oh man, I hope I don't lose, bro. I gotta, damn, if I lose it, you feel me? That's hell. You see how that would stress you out? Create anxiety? That's hell. I want to win, right? So I'm going to try my best, but it's okay if I lose. It's okay if I lose. Why? Because at least I get to live to see another day. I get to live to go to another event. The way that we live is so fucked up. Honestly. Nobody wants to really sit here and talk about what really needs to be talked about. If Michael Jackson was still living, he wouldn't let this be. I honestly believe that if Michael Jackson was still living, the world probably wouldn't be the way that it is, because I feel like Michael Jackson would have done a lot for communities. He would have done a lot for communities in poverty, communities that have a lot of gang violence. See, the people who are in charge of things, these billionaires, they do not like leaders. They do not like positive male role models. They don't. And the reason why they don't is simply because, what do you think would happen if Michael Jackson pulled up to a random street, and this is just a hypothetical, if he was still alive, he pulled up to a random street, right? A random street in one of the most dangerous hoods in the world, bro. Do you think people would rob Michael Jackson? Honest to God, do you think people would rob Michael Jackson? Do you think people would try to kill Michael Jackson? No, I don't. I believe that day, every single gang member, every single killer, like, I believe that they would have dropped that shit. They would have dropped that shit. Just for that, even if it was only for that day, bro, they would have dropped that shit, bro. They would have dropped all that shit. I don't want to be a gang member. I don't want to do none of that shit, bro. This is Michael Jackson, bro. I'm about to go see Michael Jackson. You tripping. I don't give a fuck about none of that beef shit. None of that, oh, this is my block, bro. I don't care about none of that, bro. I'm going to go see Michael Jackson. You're tripping. You see what I mean? It's like, we have to pick a side. High vibrational energy is the key to creating heaven on earth. Doing things not for money, not for fame, but just doing it simply because you know doing this is the right thing to do. Doing this is gonna put a smile on a lot of people's faces. Doing this is going to bring positive energy into the atmosphere. There's enough money in the world for there to be no homeless people, but there are homeless people. It's all a power trip, bro. The people that are at the top, it's all a power trip to them. All they want is power. They don't want, like think about it. You think the people who created the IRS, you think they have to pay taxes? They print the money. I don't even want this video to be too long. I'm probably gonna edit it down. We already at like 25 minutes. But like, I really wanted to talk to y'all about like, basically just picking a side, man. It's 2026, and at some point, bro, you're gonna have to pick a side. You're gonna have to pick a side. You can't, I was just talking to somebody about this. When you do negative shit, you cannot be mad that a person does not want to fuck with you because you do negative shit. Even if in your mind, you think that is positive. It's like, nah, man, you cannot be mad at a person for not wanting to fuck with you. Like, you cannot be mad. You cannot be mad at a person for not wanting to be around negative shit. Like, what you just did was negative. It goes against what this person believes. And let's say this person is on the positive side. Rather, you could have, knowing that you could have picked an alternative route, or you could have went down an alternative route that was more positive, but you chose to be negligent and do the negative thing instead. You cannot be mad that now that person say, yo, I don't really want to fuck with you. I don't really want to be around this type of energy because now I know you're the type of person. You don't take responsibility for your actions. I don't know if I'm gonna leave this in here, but I'm about to touch up on the topic. Yo, abortion is murder. Abortion is murder. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I just helped a friend go through an abortion, and this is my first time ever like experiencing or ever seeing it firsthandly what it looks like to like for a female to have an abortion. That shit is murder. I don't give a fuck about what nobody. I don't give a fuck what nobody tries to say to me, bro. That shit is murder. 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 I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Now, is it the same type of murder, like going out on the street and stabbing somebody in their fucking throat until they die? No. But that baby is alive. It is alive, bro. The more you take care of yourself, the more that baby will grow into the more that fetus will grow into a baby. It's like, I think about it like this. If you was to lock somebody in a cage, right? And prevent them from eating and drinking, and then they die of starvation or dehydration, you fucking killed them. It's the same shit. It's the same shit, bro. I'm sorry. Nobody. And I mean, no, after experiencing what I just experienced, nobody can tell me that shit is not murder. I understand why people are fighting against abortion now. See, I used to be like, oh, you know, a female gotta do what a female gotta do, right? But wholeheartedly, my whole thing is this. If you knew that you could not take care of a child, why the fuck were you having unprotected sex? There's no excuse. Everybody is taught at a very young age, or I don't want to say at a very young age, but at a certain age, you understand what sex can bring. You understand, actually, not even under, you understand the whole concept of sexual intercourse. You understand it. I understand that at an age, I think I was probably like, I had to be 10 or 11 when I finally understood, yo, having sex is what really creates a child. Like, you have sex, a man has sex with a woman, and he, inside of her, right, she gets pregnant. Pregnancy is, you know, the baby growing inside the womb, the fetus growing inside the womb into the child, and then the woman gives birth. I understood that at the age of 10, at the age of 11, I understood that. Abortion is murder, bro. And they really have indoctrinated and they really have manipulated people into thinking that it's not. And I truly believe now that abortion is lack of accountability. It's a get out of jail free card. You had unprotected sex with a guy, or like, two people had unprotected sex, knowing damn well they were not ready mentally or physically or financially or emotionally. They were not ready to have this baby, but they still laid down and had unprotected sex. That's like driving a car knowing you're not ready, knowing that you don't know how to drive, right? Even if you have your license, if you don't feel comfortable on the road, do not get behind the fucking wheel. That's like getting behind a wheel and then crashing, right? And then expecting somebody else to fix the damages, pay for the damages, pay for everything. It's like, no, bro, you're gonna take responsibility for your actions. This shit is gonna affect you whether you like it or not. But with that abortion shit, it's a get out of jail free card. All you gotta do is get this abortion. You don't gotta worry about shit else after that. But what's really crazy is the mentality of some people. It's like, getting an abortion will fuck with you mentally, because you gotta live with that shit forever. Now, there are some females who don't even give a fuck. They've gotten so many abortions that they've gotten used to it. They've killed so many babies that they've gotten used to it. You gotta pick a side, bro. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That shit is dead. And I'm finally starting to realize, like, all that gang shit, bro, all that hood rat shit, that shit is corny. That shit is so fucking corny. I stopped smoking weed. And here's the thing, I'm not even against smoking weed, and I never will be, but smoking weed was holding me back. It was holding me back. Because trying to get high so that it's like trying to escape reality. You can't escape your reality, bro. It's a temporary feeling. Getting high, knowing that you got shit that you need to get done, right? But prioritizing smoking weed, it's like, so many people be saying, oh, I'm productive when I smoke weed. Yeah, that's not everybody though. Majority of the time when people smoke weed, they just want to relax. They don't want to have to do work. To the people who can do that, shout out to y'all, man. But when people smoke weed, they want to relax. They want to be in a relaxed state. They don't want to have to get up and move shit, or get up and have to, go back to work. Some people will smoke on their break, because smoking weed is a stress reliever. You know what I mean? So if work is stressing you out and you go in your, on break, you go in your car, you smoke half of your spliff, that's one thing. But to the motherfuckers who smoke every day, knowing they not where they want to be in life, and they prioritize smoking weed more than, actually getting to where they want to be, come on, man. That's pretty much all I have to say. Like, I don't really do outros. So I'll just catch y'all in the next video, honestly.